play was written by Shakespeare and others. It's odd to think that Shakespeare didn't necessarily write all of the plays in the conventional way of one author, but they used to write together, I suppose, rather like people write together for TV these days. Anyway, the speech I'm going to do is in the British Museum, and it's in Shakespeare's handwriting, and it's the only example of a manuscript of his. That makes it doubly precious. And the situation is in St Martin in the Fields, you know, where that girl had her way. But it's back in the 16th century, and the crowd is complaining about the strangers in their midst, and usual complaint about strangers, immigrants, odd people, queers. They behave differently from the rest of us, and they look different, and they eat odd food and take our jobs, you know. Send them back home wherever they came from. Get rid of them. Stamp on their heads even. And Thomas More is sent out to put down the riot, which he does with explaining the law and insisting that it should be obeyed, and also being by Shakespeare, he does it with an appeal to humanity, which you might feel relevant to what we've been on about this evening. So someone says that the strangers should be removed, and Thomas More says, well, grant them removed, and grant that this your noise hath chipped down all the majesty of England. Imagine that you see the wretched strangers, their babies at their backs, with their poor luggage plodding to the ports and coasts for transportation, and that you sit as kings in your desires, authority quite silenced by your brawl, and you in ruff of your opinions clothed. What have you got? I'll tell you, you have taught how insolence and strong hands should prevail, how order should be quelled, and by this pattern not one of you should live an aged man. For other ruffians, as their fancies wrought, with self-same hand, self-reason, and self-right, would shark on you. And men like ravenous fishes feed on one another. Oh, desperate as you are, wash your foul minds with tears, and those same hands that you like rebels lift against the peace, lift up for peace, and your unreverent knees make them your feet to kneel to be forgiven. You put down strangers, kill them, cut their throats, and leave the majesty of law in lion to slip him like a hound. Say now the king as he is clement. If the offender mourn should so much come too short of your great trespasses, but to banish you, whither would you go? What country by the nature of your error should give you harbour? Go you to France or Flanders, to any German province, Spain or Portugal, anywhere, but not as dearest to England? Why, you must needs be strangers. Would you be pleased to find a nation of such barbarous temper that breaking out in hideous violence would not afford you an abode on earth, whet their detested knives against your throats, spurn you like dogs, and like as if the God owned not, nor paid not you, nor that the elements were not all appropriate to your comfort, but chartered unto them? What would you think to be thus used? This is the stranger's case, and this your mountainish inhumanity